Welcome to Cousin Osmosis. You may notice we're not doing the full intro. That's because this is a chill episode. Basically, we want to... basically, what we want to do is we didn't want to, leave you hanging on Cardcaptor Sakura and not watch all the episodes. But at the same time, we didn't want to do, full episodes for each episode, so we decided to condense it, do, 5 episodes at once, and also to, not do as much editing in these episodes and more just sort of let it come naturally.
Yes, so if there's stuff in here that's, kind of rambly, that's because we just didn't edit it out because this is a chill episode.
Yep, all the ums and the likes are staying in.
Yep, exactly. And we're not going to go into, super full every single detail of the plot in these because we're just giving an overview of the 5 whole episodes. So yeah. we don't want this episode to be 5 hours long.
No, we're just gonna sort of quickly go over the plot and how we reacted to it, and then
the moments that stood out.
Yeah,
any
the
funny
important
quotes.
Things. Yep. So we'll get started. The first, hold on. I'm looking at the names of the episodes because we want to get them right. So the second episode, but the first one that we watched for this group is called Sakura's Wonderful Friend, Partners in Crime. And so at the end of last episode, we mentioned that it looks like Tomoyo finds out who Kero is, and that happens pretty quickly.
Yes. Sakura gets to school that day, and Tomoyo is like, I want to show you something. It's a real cool video. And it's a video of Sakura flying on her broom.
Also, Kero sneaks to school with her and
yes.
is in the bag and so pops out and is just there.
Yes. And they're all like, oh, uh-oh. But her friend's super chill about it. She's like, oh, so you're a magical girl. That's super cool.
Yeah, in fact, she's more excited about it than Sakura is. She and Kero get super excited about it together. It's adorable.
They become her little cheerleaders and they're like, yeah, we're all about this. Support, support, support. And Sakura's like, I don't want this. Please no.
But it's great.
Yeah.
Then this episode, the sort of spooky card stuff that happens is that all the objects in the school get piled up in piles.
Yeah. Weird piles of desks and chairs.
Yeah, and they're it's a card, and it's a little. And then when they go to confront it at night at school, and Tomoyo shows up with her bodyguards, which are it's 5 really cool ladies in suits.
And sunglasses.
Yeah, they've got sunglasses and suits, and they all have a different haircut, and it's very good.
And they're all just looking real important and tough.
Yeah. And she shows up with a van full of outfits for Sakura to wear.
Which explains where all the different outfits come from, which I was wondering, the whole first episode, where are the cool outfits that I was promised in the pictures?
And there they are. There's lots of them. There's a different one, at least a different one for each episode. Some episodes have 2.
Yep.
We'll get to the episode that is 2, but for now, it's just the one. It's a jester out. No, that's in the next episode.
Next one.
My bad. It's just I think it's just a very spoilers for the next episode. Oh no.
No, it's a fun outfit. I don't remember it exactly, but it was
I think
good.
it was just a basic magical girly outfit.
Yeah. I think there was a cape. Maybe not. I don't know. There's a cape in one of them.
I think there was ribbony bits that hung
down.
Yeah,
probably. Anyway, the whole time her friend Tomoyo and Kero are both like, yeah, go fight, win.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly dark and creepy.
Yeah, it's this is the shadow card, is the one that we find out that they're doing it, and she does eventually, trap it with Windy and, bind it. Mm-hmm. But it's, surprisingly creepy to, seeing everyone's shadow, and there's, a scene where, people's shadows, peel off their bodies and, fly away. It's, this isn't as, cutesy, childy as, maybe I was remembering it from watching it as a kid.
It's it legitimately gave me creepy crawly feelings.
Yeah,
it had a little bit of a Slender Man-esque quality.
It kind of did. It reminded me a little bit of there's a Japanese horror manga artist Junji Ito, who did one thing where there's holes in a wall and people are like, it's my hole, and they would jump into this hole and just slide into the wall, and it was super creepy. I wouldn't recommend it because it's super creepy. But Well, I would recommend it if you like super creepy things. I
Yeah.
do not, and so I was super creeped
Yeah.
out. But it kind of reminded, the, like, look of it kind of reminded me of that. It's, like, definitely got a creepy look and not a, like, this is a children's cartoon look.
It made me think of the Doctor Who episode with Count the Shadows.
Yeah.
And while we were watching it, I should mention we watched this with our friends.
Yeah, which was super great.
Yeah.
Highly recommend having watching parties.
Yes. And Peter turned to me at one point in the episode and went, "Count the shadows." And I was like, "Stop it! No, this was already creepy enough."
But this episode ends, like, pretty successfully, and it just sort of introduces us to the idea of Sakura as like, she, like, accepts her role as Cardcaptor, and we've got, like, her, like, friends backing her up, and it's, like, a good introduction to, like, how the show is sort of gonna work.
Yeah, she has a good support system behind her, and the interactions are, like, great.
And the Leave It to Caro of this episode is of her outfit again, which most of them are, not all of them.
Yeah.
There's one that we saw that was not of it, but...
Which makes the first episode where they talk about the uniform make more sense, because it's introducing the concept of looking at her outfit, which is, like, something that makes sense since she has a different outfit each time.
Yeah, it's important because, like, she's wearing these cool outfits, which I definitely saw someone on Etsy who was like, customs Cardcaptor Sakura outfits. Like,
Oh, why? No, I already have so many things I want to spend money on.
I was looking at Cardcaptor Sakura merch because I've fallen back in love with this
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
But we'll move on to the next episode now because that's kind of everything we
Yeah.
had to say about the first episode.
Episode 3.
Is called Sakura's Heart Racing First Date / Allies.
Yes.
And this is interesting because it's called, like, First Date, but it doesn't...
Kind of a misleading title.
Yeah, because what happens is Sakura goes to the aquarium, and she's watching the penguin show, and during the penguin show, like, one of the instructor's legs get caught in, like, a whirlpool, and then one of the penguins gets caught in the whirlpool, and she, like, freaks out. And then her brother, who happens to be working here part-time, apparently...
Which I don't know if she knew that ahead of time.
We also got very confused of, is that her brother? Because that looks like her brother, but, like,
It
we
just
didn't...
threw it there out of context. Oh, well, there's a text sound. That's
Well,
fine.
it's fine.
It's a chill episode.
Chill episode. Text sounds are gonna happen. That's... It's okay. It's good.
It's okay.
Here, I can... There.
There.
Now
there will
more.
be no more text sounds. Anyway, so her brother works there. We got thrown for a loop. But then, Yuki, the guy she has a crush on, ends up asking her to have lunch with him at the aquarium.
Which is, he doesn't, like, say, let's have lunch at the aquarium. He said, let's have lunch at this cool place I know, and then goes to the aquarium.
Which is where her brother works.
Yeah.
She interprets that as a date, whereas the show frames it more as if he is just trying to be a mentor / friend.
Yeah, so far, at least. That's
so far,
definitely how
yes.
it doesn't come off as, like, him actually being interested in her.
Which is good because that would be so creepy.
Because it's a very big age gap. She's in
like
4th
16
grade.
and she's like 9.
Yeah, it's not
That's almost twice her age. Also, that's a child and a teenager, and that's not okay.
Yeah.
The whole time, Cassie was like, "Oh, please don't do this show. Please don't do this. Don't make it creepy." And I was like, I don't think they are.
And they didn't.
Like, not yet. They make it like the classic she misinterpreted, kind of cute. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
And when they're on their date, Tomoyo and Karo are following them along.
Yes.
And Tomoyo, Karo keeps making comments like, this is what dating is? They're not even holding hands anymore. Like, what the hell?
What is this?
He also intimidates a little kid.
Yeah, kid sees him and is like, oh, and he's
A
like,
talking stuffed animal.
and he's like, you didn't see nothing.
And it's just very good.
The kid is like really scared.
But we find out that this is the watery card, and we get we learn a little bit more about the nature of the cards here, where Karo talks about like how watery is a super strong card, and that like Sakura doesn't have the cards to capture it right now, because even though Windy is also a strong card, it's not as mean as watery.
It's nice.
It's
and they're both kind of evenly matched in strength because they're both kind of like base elemental cards.
Yeah, they're like, we learned that there are 4 base elemental cards: Windy, Watery, like an Earth one, and a Fire one. I don't know if they're called like Earthy and Fiery. I can't remember.
But it's kind of the same basic 4 elements that you get in most things.
Yeah. And so the Watery card is like it's like an offensive card. So because Windy is more of a defensive card, it's like Karo says there's no way you can capture it.
Yeah.
But like at the aquarium, of course, more bad things happen. The like Watery like breaks open the thing and like floods the like the thing, the like
aquarium,
and
like the cafe and stuff.
Yeah, Tomoyo not Tomoyo, Toya, her brother.
Yeah.
jumps in and like saves Sakura, and like Yukito like breaks down a door with a fire axe, which is pretty badass.
It's like super cool.
Yeah.
But
see,
I
like-
mean, also smart because like divert the water, make it so it's more level, so
Yeah.
it's not flooding as much.
It's just we see a side of him that we didn't see before.
Yeah, he seems like this soft-spoken, sweet, kind of sensitive, artsy type guy.
And a little ditzy too.
Yeah, a little ditzy. And then suddenly he's like, I'm gonna break down a door with an axe!
Yeah.
And you're like, okay!
We also I had a thing, but now I'm forgetting it. Oh, this is also where we first see another character trait of Yukito, which Yukito eats a lot.
Yes.
He in a later episode, Toya like comments that he eats like 3 times as much as Toya, but like we get like him being like, I'll get the large, and like Toya's like, are you sure you don't want the extra large? And he's like, there's an extra large.
Yeah. And he orders like, I think like 3 or 4 different meals too.
That's like another episode.
Oh, never mind.
But like this, because they're like before the meals come, the flooding happens.
Yeah.
But we get then them going to the thing at night again. Toyomo, Kero, and Sakura, and she's got a new outfit. This is the jester outfit.
Yes, she's wearing a jester outfit, and I said, why is she wearing a jester outfit?
And then I said, they can't all be winners.
And then Peter said, this one's a winner.
It's a pretty good outfit. This is also where we first noticed that Kero gets matching outfit bits to go with the things.
He's got like a little bow that matches.
Yeah, I think it's like a jester collar in this one. But he gets like...
It's some sort of like neck-based.
I think one time it was like an ear-based thing.
But like a little bit.
But the matching outfits are very good.
Yes.
And the fact that Tomoyo like thought about Kero too and like gave
You
gave
gotta
him
have your
something.
animal sidekick have a matching outfit.
Yes.
Otherwise, what are you doing?
It's very good.
Yeah.
But we get how Sakura ends up capturing this card. She uses her brain. She gets there's like a little bit of a hint from Yukito, but what she does is she lets it into the freezer and like freezes it solid. And it's nice to see like that even though she was told she can't do it, like she did it, and also that she used her brain to do it. And it wasn't just brute force. It's like a nice little message in this episode.
She found a way around her obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, episode 4.
Yes. Episode 4. It's called Sakura's Tiring Sunday, An Unexpected Find.
Yes.
So Sakura, this is a weekend episode where Sakura is thinking that she's going to hang out with Tomoyo, but she has to cancel because she accidentally signed up to do all of the chores for the house. Well, she did it on purpose because she wanted to not do chores on another day.
And so she had to kind of like mash them up all onto one day.
Yep.
And she forgot about it and has to cancel. They were going to do a picnic.
Which is so cute.
Yeah. And Tomoyo is so sweet about it. She's like obviously bummed, but
yeah, she's like, it's no big deal.
Oh,
and then like she puts it down and she's got the picnic basket all set up already, and it's just like crying. She doesn't cry. Like I was crying.
Yeah.
Well, not really, but like
inside
I was crying. But Sakura like is cleaning up the house and she finds a cloak card just around on the ground.
And she's like, okay, cool, I'll just put this aside.
Yeah, she puts it in her pocket. And Kero is also helping clean. And she goes to, like, tell Kero, but Kero is, like, fallen into the washing machine.
Yes.
And gets, like, spun around.
Yeah. She also then, at some point, finds another one, but it has ink on it.
Yeah, this is in her father's library that is underneath the house, where she found the original book.
Yeah.
And so she puts them, like, both down on the table and goes up to get, like, a washcloth to get the ink off. But then she gets a phone call from her father, who's like, my presentation is in a folder that I left behind. Can you please bring it to me at the train station so that, like, my, like, work thing.
Yeah. So she has to skate all the way down to the train station to do that, on top of everything else.
Yeah.
Which is when she meets Yuki, who offers to take her to lunch again. And at this restaurant, guess who's their waiter?
Toya!
Because that's the only places that Yuki takes her, is places where her brother works.
This is the one where he orders, like, 3 meals.
Yeah. Anyway, so you get more interaction with them.
And he's such a sweet boy.
He is. I really hope they don't make it creepy.
I can give you some solace in that, but I don't know if I want to, like, spoil it for everyone.
Anyway, she gets back home, and is this the point when Tomoyo comes over?
Yeah, well, the first thing that happens is she gets back home and she, like, opens the door to, like, go back downstairs because she hears a weird noise down there, and it's full of plants.
Yeah, it's like a basically a forest kind of.
Yeah, it's like there's like a giant like tree that's been growing there. Because the first card she found was the wood card.
Yes.
But the second card she couldn't see what it was. But we did like see it like light up when she left.
Yeah.
So we get that there's probably an interaction there. And Caro is like, I don't know what's wrong. Like wood is normally such a gentle card. I don't know why it's doing this.
And then she kind of casually is like, oh, well, there was another one. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
We also learned that the reason that they can do things is because she didn't write her name on them, and they introduced the concept that she needs to write her name on them in order to, like...
claim them as hers.
Yeah, and be able to control them.
But someone knocks on the door, and she's, like, freaking out because, like, the door's gonna, like... the house is full of plants, but the person opens the door and it's Tomoyo, who's like, I know we couldn't do a picnic, but I was gonna come over and help you with her chores, which is so cute.
Yeah.
And just Tomoyo is like worming her way into my heart as my favorite character.
Yeah.
As just like a little baby queer who just wants to help her friend. And,
yeah. She's so cute.
She's so good. Then they like we find out that wood is like goes like up in the house, and it's trying to like get out and get into the sun, because as soon as it gets into the sun it like stops and flowers. But Sakura gets an outfit which is like like sort of like a bubbly like retro futuristic looking thing in like yellow, and they like climb down to the thing, and the other card is rain, and that's what's causing wood to like grow so strongly. So she uses watery that she has to bind rain by like, it's because it's like use your water on the water, so because it's a stronger water, so it can control it.
Same race she could use windy on the fly card.
Yeah. And then she goes to like trap wood, but then Caro is like, no wait, and wood just like sort of like surrenders itself and is like, yes, I will become because wood is like a peaceful card.
Yeah.
Which is interesting to see, like the cards have more personality.
Yeah,
I really like it.
windy is more of a gentle card, and so is wood. It's really interesting.
Yeah, I really like seeing that. It's like makes it more interesting.
Okay, episode 5. We're kind of going to gloss over this one a little bit. It didn't have a whole lot of substance to it.
Yeah, it's the most filler episode of the ones we watched. It's called Sakura, Panda, and a Cute Shop, Trouble at Twin Bells. And so all the background characters, this is another thing that's super interesting about the show, is the background characters that are like the ones that like have like little side conversations and stuff are like the same girls over and over again.
They remain constant.
Yeah, and they have names and like personalities and stuff, which is really interesting. But they show up in this one where there's a new toy store opening, and they all want to go to the new toy store. It's called Twin Bells.
Yeah, and there's one girl in particular who really loves stuffed animals.
Yeah. So they go to the toy store, and it hasn't been unpacked yet.
Yeah.
So they
help the shopkeeper,
which is so sweet. Little kids are so good. And the girl who's obsessed with stuffed animals buys one, but then they go back to
which
her
is
house.
a panda, hence the name.
And it goes missing,
and we kind of know that we see at this point that it like jumped out the window, right?
Yeah, I think we see it move.
Yeah, it it is clearly being animated by some sort of being.
Yeah, and so Sakura...
It's a Clo card.
It's a Clo card. It's always a Clo card.
Spoiler alert. And they keep wondering, do you think maybe this is a Clo card? Like, obviously it's a Clo card.
So Sakura goes back to the store, and she finds that the panda like there at the store, and the woman like breaks down like crying, like and she's like, I was run out of my other thing because there were things kept going missing from stores the things that people bought from my store kept going missing from their house,
appearing back in her store,
and so people thought I was a thief. And she's like, maybe I should just give up on this. And it actually gets really dark. She's like, my fiance died in a car crash, and his dream was to like make stuffed animals for kids. And it's like, it's just a filler episode, but like, wow, that's like really dark.
Yeah.
And she's like, maybe I should give up, but Sakura's like, no, don't. And then so that night, Tomoyo like distracts the woman by like asking her how she made the tea that she gives her, and Sakura and Caro like look through the store like trying to find the Clo card,
continuing the tradition of coming at night to get the Clo card.
Yeah, and Caro can sense Clo cards.
Yes.
I think in this episode we also find out, is this the episode where we find out that Caro has another form? No, that's the next episode.
That's the next one.
I'm just trying to... I remember that was like such like a side scene that I can't remember where it was put at.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the next episode.
Yeah, we'll bring it up again in the next episode.
Yeah. So they end up discovering that it is a Clo card, and it's the Clo card Jump.
Also, Caro does flirt with a stuffed animal at this point, which...
Yes.
It's very interesting. It's like a cat-shaped stuffed animal.
Yeah. And he's like, well, hello there.
Yeah. Which gives more credence to... I think Caro is like more of like a lion thing than a bear thing.
Yeah, he just looks like a bear.
Yeah.
In his current form.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so they find it. They like it kind of takes all the stuffed animals and bounces them out of the shop, and they like chase them into a park.
And then it like combines them all together. She tries to trap it with wood, but it like jumps out, and then it combines itself all together into one big thing, and it looks like it's gonna step on Sakura, but then it just sort of like falls over. Yeah. And like gets destroyed, and Karo is like, yeah, this card's not very smart.
It got tired.
Yeah, which was super anticlimactic.
Yeah.
And then there was like a little thing where they were like, how do we get all the stuffed animals back? And they just gloss over it.
Yeah, that's, I think, the end of the episode.
Pretty much. So that was they get another Clo card, but that was really a filler episode. Mm-hmm. The next episode is not a filler episode.
Yeah, it gives you some real story.
Sakura and Memories of Her Mother, Seeing is Believing. Yeah. So this starts with the same background girls talking about how behind the school they saw a ghost. And so they're like, we should go find it. And Sakura doesn't want to because she's very afraid of ghosts.
Yeah, she hates scary stories.
Which is incredibly relatable to me. Mm-hmm. I, like, specifically remember in, like, 4th grade, like, when a parent would come in to, like, read scary stories, I would, like, cover my ears at my desk.
Yep. This is the episode where we find out that Karo has a true form, which is the, like, big picture in the Clo book or on the Clo book.
Which is like a lion with wings.
Yeah. And we find out that it will be, he can get his true form back when?
When they get the fire and the earth card.
Okay, so when they get all 4 basic element cards.
I think it's only when they get the fire and the earth card.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah. We also, they go there, and it turns out each girl is seeing something different. Mm-hmm. And what Sakura is seeing is her mother.
Yeah, her dead mom.
Yeah.
Tomoyo sees a meat bun, which is important, but everyone else sees, like, it's like a ghost thing.
Yeah.
And Sakura sees her mother who has passed away. Yeah. And they, like, Karo is like, I think this is a Clo card, and even if it's not, it's something that we should come back and deal with this. So they come back at night, and this is the episode with 2 costumes, because the first time they come back, Sakura, like, walks up to the thing and thinks it's her mom, and, like, walks off a cliff. Yeah. And we see, like, a hand grab her, like a ghostly hand grab her and, like, lower her down, like, kind of softly. And Yukito, who happens to be walking by, he's eating a pork bun. Yeah. So we get him, like, eating a lot. Yeah. He has, like, a thing. He, like, catches her and, like, takes her. She then, like, wakes up in his house and is like, what's going on? And she's like, where's Tomoyo and Karo? And he's like, you mean that stuffed animal and your friend? A whole bunch of women in suits came and picked her up, and Karo said that, and she said that she would take care of your stuffed animal until you get better. Yeah.
So she ends up going back again after talking with her brother?
No, she talks because what happens is, Yukito talks to her a little bit, and she's like, I thought I saw my mom. And he's like, if it was your mom, she wouldn't want to put you in danger.
That's right. Yuki says that.
And then she falls asleep, and then Toyo comes and picks her up and is like giving her a piggyback ride back, and Yukito is walking with them. And then they just kind of drop the bomb on us that Toya can see ghosts.
And that he has seen his mother, like, a bunch, but recently, like, a few years back, just stopped seeing her.
And also that he's the reason why Sakura is afraid of ghosts, because she can't see them, but apparently can sense them, so he would tell her that there were ghosts nearby when he was little.
Yeah. And she would be like, ah!
Yeah. I do actually, this is a minor spoiler, I remember why he can see ghosts. It's because he's born on a leap day.
Oh!
So they bring that up later, that he was born on leap day.
Yes, all those leap day babies and their ghostly abilities. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But that is, like, a part of the reason why I believe that they go over that at some point. Yeah. But that's like a pretty, 1, they drop on us, ghosts are real in this universe, and 2, this character that you've known the whole time can see ghosts. Yes. But they go back, and this time they've got a different outfit that's kind of like a yellow cyber outfit, which is pretty cool. Yeah. This is the one where I remember specifically because Karo gets like an ear clip. Yes. Which is very good.
It's very good.
And so the same thing happens where Toyomo and Karo can't get too close when Sakura starts getting distracted by the card. Yeah. But when she goes to, like, fall off the thing, she remembers that Yukito said, if it was your mother, she wouldn't want to hurt you. Yeah. So she, like, gets fly and, like, is like, you're not my mom, and then the card starts to flash, and then Karo says, I recognize that pattern anywhere. It is a Clo card. And so they capture it, and it's the illusion card.
Yes. And that's, we find out why it was presenting itself as specific things to different
It's
people.
whatever you thought you were wanting to see. So the reason why,
Yeah.
so all the girls who were thinking of ghosts, that it was a ghost, saw a ghost, and Tomoyo was really hungry when she was there.
Yeah.
So she saw a meat bun. And then
Sakura just happened to be, like, really thinking about her mother at that time.
Yeah, and also, like, if she was thinking of a ghost, like, her dead mom was, like, a pretty
the
good
ghost
thing.
that she hit. Like, it was also the ghost that Toya would see most often, I think.
Yeah.
And so he probably told her about.
Yeah, and also the reason that they all saw her mother afterwards was because they were all expecting her mom to show
Yes.
up. So that's that episode, and that's kind of everything. At
the end, Toya sees his mom again.
Oh yeah, Toya sees his mom again and is like watching over Sakura, and we see like her hand, and it's the same hand that grabbed Sakura and like let her down softly.
And it had a ring, whereas the illusion card didn't have that ring.
Yeah.
So
which that's how we like know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Toya is like a little surprised to like see her again because he thought like she had like went to a better place or whatever.
Yeah, or that she was like, oh, they can take care of themselves now. I can go. So
it was sweet. And there is a part where Toya is wearing a very good sweatshirt that just says basic item on it.
Yeah.
Which I really like and kind of want to buy one, but the only one I could find was like $40, and I'm like, that's a lot for a sweatshirt.
A lot for a shirt that just says basic item.
It's very funny though.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Mm-hmm. And
overall thoughts?
I am super excited to watch more. I really liked it.
Me too. Yeah. You brought up earlier that we should continue watching it with friends, and I totally agree. It was really fun listening with them and watching with them and, like, hearing their reactions.
Yeah, that was super great.
So, yeah, stay tuned for whenever we have another chill episode. But I think next we're probably going to put out the X-Men episode that we promised
That should be the next one.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the end of our chill episode.
The end of the chill episode. Goodbye. Enjoy the musical sting.
Bye!